How do you win industry awards, and more importantly, why would you bother? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey folks, we're just about to finish January and this month has been jam-packed. It's been awesome. We've had some new clients, we've had some returning clients, we've got some awesome builds going out the door. Really everyone's just been putting in 100% effort, and that's meant that, in all honesty, these videos have been really hard to try and squeeze time in to do. It's actually Sunday night, it's about 8 o'clock. I've popped into Utopia just to throw this video together. I just dropped my little girl off at her swim class, swim team thing, and thought, you know what, I'm just going to carve out a little bit of time to make this video happen this week. Bless Mark. He wanted me to do the video on Friday at 13:33, so 1:33, no sorry, 1:37. At 1:37 precisely, it was supposed to be launched, and you know what, I didn't make time for it. I was busy dealing with clients, dealing with all the things that happen in business. And you know what, over the past couple of weeks in making these videos, I'm becoming a huge amountly more respectful for content creators that do this on a regular basis. You know, some of which are doing it, you know, on a daily basis. It's a huge amount of time. Huge respect for creating good content day after day, week after week. It is not easy, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up. I'm definitely wanting to continue doing this. I think it's a really important thing for the next step of Utopia, for us to be talking about the things that are important to us, for you to get a bit of a glimpse into, you know, what actually goes on behind the scenes at Utopia. It's really important for us to be able to get that across. So this week, basically, you know, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I've been up to this week, what I've been thinking about. For the majority, it's been about awards. Utopia was blown away by getting nominated for Best System Builder in the UK just a few days, well, a couple of weeks ago now. It feels like a few days ago. January's literally flying by. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, Best System Builder in the whole UK. We're up against a few of the big hitters. I think Chill Blast and a few others are in there. It's awesome. Well done to all the finalists. Utopia is very proud to be there. Well done to the whole team at Utopia, because it's those guys and girls that really make this happen. So well done everyone. Very, very well deserved. So yeah, we put ourselves forward for it. We entered, we'd done the application, done all of that. And we were a finalist, and that's so cool. But alongside that, I've also been a judge for the PCR Awards. So that means that basically I get to see some of the applications from the other categories, things like the distributors in the UK, vendors, partners, component manufacturers like AMD. Got to see some of their applications, and on the whole, I've got to say that this year's applications have been phenomenal, amazing, and it really is an honour to be, you know, trusted enough to share my opinion, to cast my vote after reading the applications. But it got me to think a little bit about, you know, how do you succeed in creating an application for an award? Utopia has a fantastic track record at award ceremonies. We have literally picked up countless awards, from Best Independent Retail in the UK, Best Customer Support, Best Customer Experience, Best Entrepreneur, Best Business Inertia, you know, Best System Builder. You know, we've got a fantastic track record. And then I've also been sitting on the other side quite often. So I've been fortunate enough to be judging for the Living Wage Awards in the UK, the Living Wage Awards in Scotland, the Network Group Awards, the PCR Awards quite a few times, and the Ayrshire Chamber of Commerce Awards. All of that experience has given me a real insight into some of the kind of really simple mistakes that people make when they're applying for an award. And I know that a lot of our clients at Utopia, well, you guys and girls, you run amazing companies, and you probably are either already putting yourself forward for awards or you're thinking about it. And so often I've seen amazing companies put themselves forward and they just miss a couple of really key simple things. So I thought I'd share a couple of them. I'd talk about why these kind of awards are important for Utopia, and yeah, I'll round up this video for this week and we'll crack on into next week. The really obvious thing that people tend to forget is actually giving evidence for the things that they say they do. So for example, we've achieved amazing growth over the last X number of months, 25% growth year on year. Well, the judges kind of want to see some facts and some numbers behind that. We don't necessarily need to see audited accounts, but we want to see, the numbers that lie behind that statement. Because as easy as it is to write things like that down, you can't really just assume that that's accurate. You've got to try and give, you've got to try and see that, that's actually happened. And the same goes, for example, we've got great customer satisfaction. Well, we want to see some actual stats on customer satisfaction. What do you use to measure customer satisfaction? How do you know that all your customers are satisfied? Are you just taking, your Google reviews as a reason that your customers are satisfied? Or do you actually go out and ask your customers and clients, that you measure them daily? Do you measure all your interactions with those customers to make sure that they are happy with you and your service? And it's a really simple thing, but it gets missed all the time. So many companies I see that, I've been in situations where I've wanted them to do well, and the application's been just a case of, we're great at this, we're customers love us, we produce amazing things, X, Y, and Z, but there's no evidence behind it. And in the judging process, it's really hard to give marks when there's no real evidence. And why would you want to win them? Why would you bother? Well, I brought along with me one of the most important awards that Utopia has ever won, our first ever PCR award. Excuse me, I'm using the selfie camera to record this, but 2010, we picked up this award. My team collected that for Best Independent Retailer in the UK. In 2009, we tried to win the same award, and it wasn't to be. Novatech picked us to the post and picked up that award, but it was the first time we had applied for that award, and we learned so much. And one of the cool things about putting yourself forward for an award, I find, is accountability. If you and your team are going to say that you're going to do something, then you've got 12 months to set out your plans and say, right, this is what we're going to do. And with awards, that's kind of what Utopia does, as a way of holding yourself accountable to our peers in our industry. So every year we set out massive goals. We're going to achieve all of these things, and then we give ourselves to the next PCR awards to try and do them. If we're going to rock up having achieved nothing new in the last 12 months, then we're going to be held accountable for that. People are going to say to us, well, you didn't seem to do anything since last year. You've not grown, your profits aren't up, you've not employed any new people, you've not innovated. So we really use our industry awards as a way of saying, right, okay folks, we're going to put everything on the table, and year on year we're going to try and improve on that. And it's a massive motivator. Interestingly, when I was at the CMA event, and we spoke on a previous vlog about accountability, and I was out there looking for accountability for people to be able to say to me, you know what, if you're going to start doing things like this, if you're going to do these vlogs and you're going to keep them up, who's going to hold me accountable for that? Is it just my team here, or am I going to be able to find somebody else outside of my team that I've really, is going to keep the pressure on me and make sure that, these things happen, and that we're not going to slip into, me doing my typical day-to-day stuff that I do at Utopia. So from one perspective, I find that industry awards work that way for us. Obviously, they're a huge motivator for a team. We've found it's always a brilliant celebration. Just even if you don't win, even just get nominated, for your team to be able to see that your industry, or your chamber of commerce, or your area has seen you as being one of the best in that class, in your space, in your geographical area, wherever it might be. It's a fantastic motivator for your team. So yeah, just from a team reward point of view, to kind of say, we are actually doing very well, and we are good at what we do, and it isn't just us saying, yeah, we are good at what we do. It's true. That works as well. And then obviously you've got the kind of understanding from your clients. You know, you might say that you're very good, your clients probably, they're buying from you and they think you're very good, but then it's that kind of, you know what, these guys, or you know, that team, they are consistently doing well at what they do, and they're being seen as doing well, not just by me, the client, they're also being seen as doing well by their industry, or their chamber, whatever it may be. So yeah, the awards for us have been quite important. They're not important for everyone, but I thought, you know, it was worth highlighting that, because this week it's been a lot of what I've been doing. I've been celebrating my team's nomination for PCR Awards. I've been judging other companies' PCR award entries. I've been looking forward to the Network Group Awards. The entries close next week. So I've kind of been awards all over this week. It's been very much a week of kind of thinking about awards. So I thought I'd share that with you. As I say, Mark wanted this video to go out on Friday. I've kind of let him down. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to pick that back up next week and you'll see the next video on Friday. But in the meantime, thank you very much for bearing with me as I find my feet in these vlogs. I am looking forward to bringing some more of the team into these videos. I'm looking forward to doing the HQ tour, so you're going to get to see behind the scenes at Utopia. We're going to do a full tour of our modest HQ. You're going to see how we build our systems. All of that's coming up, but in the meantime, it's just me doing this, letting you know about my week. Thanks very much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, I'm going to go back and catch the end of my little girl swimming and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Take care, folks.